Having been born in the 80s, I grew up with toys like the Transformers, G.I. Joe, the Ninja Turtles, Lego, and the Nintendo Entertainment System. Will I find that toy that can bring me back to youthful bliss? It's time to find out. It's gut check time.
I'm very excited to take you on this incredible adventure to learn more about the industry. We'll be speaking with some experts.
And immerse myself in the fascinating world of pop culture. As soon as I stepped foot inside the convention center, I was blown away by the incredible energy and creativity all around me. People of all ages, from various fandoms, had gathered together to celebrate their love for pop culture.
I'm cosplaying Sync from Final Fantasy Type 0.
Okay.
Okay. So, she is a character na, she's a mage. So, this is
A mage.
her weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ngayon, we plan na mag-Harry Potter
Harry Potter
today.
together. But yesterday kasi
Naka-anime.
anime cosplay
Cool.
kami. So,
Well, I am wearing Erin from Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Well, right now we're actually not in full cosplay, so this is a uniform for Tamashii Nations. And then originally they asked us to just dress in uniform and as us, but we're cosplayers. We don't do that here. So what we did is we tried to spice it up and just turn it into a collaborative cosplay.
Lightning from Final Fantasy 13. And actually my cosplay is part of the exhibit here with Canon and Jade Atlantic.
Oh, I have a lot of struggles.
A lot.
Because I also work. And I'm a registered nurse actually.
Nice, nice.
Parang may time restraint for me because
Okay.
I'm always tired after work. So, there are costumes na hindi ko pa nasusuot. They're in my closet for almost 2 years. I don't know.
2 years.
I still haven't worn them yet, but yeah. And also, whenever I go to conventions, parang I'm always tired, and unlike before when I was still a student,
Okay.
parang ngayon, since I'm working, hindi na masyadong mataas yung energy ko when I go to conventions.
Well,
Budget, first of all,
Budget,
budget.
the funds,
Kasi
okay.
wala namang iba magpa-fund ng mga costumes kundi kami.
well, sa bagay.
If yung mga pieces, like yung mga costume, hindi siya readily available, kailangan mo siyang gawin or made to order, ganon.
Okay.
Well, I guess my biggest struggle was actually starting out because, fun fact, I just started cosplaying a year ago, like last June.
Just last year?
Yeah, just last year.
Okay.
And it was a struggle with like having to understand like how to get into it, where to get the outfits, and of course the budgeting that comes with it. And also like knowing where you're supposed to really establish yourself.
Well, for cosplaying, first and foremost, it is a hobby. So that's how it starts. And as a hobby, you do end up spending more than you should. And as a toy collector, it was like ×2 the expense for me. So I do collect, I've been cosplaying for 18 years now. So I've been around.
She's a veteran. So one of the biggest struggles is like time management. It depends on, because for cosplay you can also do photo shoots. You can have group collabs. You can have a bunch of different things. You can attend cons like this one right here. But having to time manage everything is also a very hard task because right now I'm also pretty swamped because you have work, and then you also have your personal life, and then having to add cosplay to that was very tiring.
First of all, it's the budget.
The budget.
Of course, costume making, of course, creating your wig, styling, everything. It's a lot of money to consider.
It's my escape. Like after a long shift, like whenever I scroll my Facebook page and seeing people na they appreciate my cosplay, parang nawawala yung pagod ko. Parang ganun siya. And whenever I go to convention, syempre nakikita ko yung mga friends ko rin. It's like eating na parang meet up with your friends na rin. Hang out, ganun.
We get to wear these clothes the same na yung sa mga favorite characters namin. So, parang nare-relieve namin kung ano yung mga pinanood namin.
Which is cool, yeah? Nice.
Sa akin naman, siguro yung mga favorite characters mo na bibring mo to life. So, ayun, masaya din siyang gawin.
The best thing about doing cosplay, I guess, is being able to be a different person or a character that you personally relate to. Because for me, it's a nice escape as well from reality, of course, where we just live our normal lives, and then when we get into cosplay, we get to be one of our favorite or the most iconic characters that we can think of, and that's really, really a good experience for me.
Just enjoying the hobby, I guess. Like for me personally, I'm actually more of the introvert. I started off as an introvert, and then cosplay gave me that confidence to like really step out into the world. Because it's like sometimes, I mean, it's like a thin line because you do have this tendency to hide behind the character. But then eventually when you get to meet people, you bring out yourself as well, yeah.
Well, for me, one of the reasons why I love cosplay is because for me, it's an art form. I actually like sewing. And so being able to make some of my costumes and finally be like, oh, I can bring my character to life. And not just that, I don't have the best type of self-esteem. So whenever I cosplay some of these characters, it actually motivates me to love myself more. Because I get to see the characters as me. And I get to be able to be more motivated and appreciative of this kind of culture. So that's one of my favorite things.
The thing about cosplay, it's really expressing your love for a fandom. And when you meet other people who also love the same fandom and you connect that way, it's such a cool feeling. And just really dressing up as the character you idolize. It's like, backstory. Lightning was my childhood. I was high school when this game came out.
Okay.
And she was one of the first female protagonists in Final Fantasy. So because of that, it really inspired me to become a more empowered woman. And now I can be her technically and empower younger people.
Of course, the queen, Aloja. Yes.
Si Jin behind Infinity. Ang galing niya kasi gumawa ng mga props. Siya mismo talaga yung gumagawa ng mga props niya. Tapos talagang high quality tignan yung mga suits niya. And talagang nabibigyan niya ng justice yung mga characters na ginagawa.
Characters.
Of course, Manic Pixie Dani, one of my favorites. Also Fox Rat, she's also a cosplayer. And Vinny Grayson. They became my friends as well, like before cosplay, and like seeing them blossom in cosplay because they all started way before me. So they've always been people that I look up to very much.
This one. Basically, because this person, if you know, she's been, as she mentioned before, she's been in this industry for a lot, so she's witnessed a lot of different things, and yet for you to go through all those years is taxing because after a while it is a hobby, so you'll get tired of it after a while. It's inevitable, but for you to still appreciate it even after all those years is one of the best things. And not just that, keeping the heart of it, because one of the best things that is about that is cosplay is the appreciation of the fandoms, the culture, and just the characters themselves, because That's the best thing.
Well, of course, everyone says Alodia. And
Do they?
yeah, usually it's Alodia. And well, to be honest, I also look up to people like Grimes, who makes music.
Right.
Grimes.
Elon Musk is. Okay.
Yeah, technically, but she's a really inspiring person in all forms of art and just being a creative human being.
Actually, you can cosplay whoever you want to. Yung character na malapit sa'yo, that's what I recommend. Like, the character that you love. Kasi when you portray as someone you love or you look up to, parang may sense of accomplishment or satisfaction. So, I think
Ang tip lang dyan is just be yourself and you gotta do what you gotta do. Ano ba? Confidence.
Confidence.
Yun talaga.
Confidence is key.
Yeah, cosplay whoever you want.
Yeah.
Kung kaninong character yung pinaka nagre-resonate ka, yun ang gawin mo.
Well, probably apart from any character that you like or someone that you would identify with, maybe aesthetically speaking, I would say Luke Cage.
I already have someone.
I already have someone.
I'm scared, but
Don't
let's
be.
start with you.
I even prepared the photo.
Really?
Yes, I'm always prepared. So I'm not sure if you know Final Fantasy. I hope you do.
A bit.
So there's this character called Rude. Rude, yes.
Okay.
This is Final Fantasy Advent Children. So copy paste.
Dude! Perfect.
Copy paste. I don't know if you can see it, but
It's currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great suggestion.
right?
How about you?
Well, for me, I was actually thinking earlier, like if you want something to be pretty simple, I suggest Lloyd Forger from Spy X Family.
Right.
Because again, he wears a suit, but what's nice about it is he embodies a lot of really wholesome traits, like family. He takes care of his family. He upholds his work as much as he can, and that's one of the best things to cosplay.
I would recommend what you relate to the most. So I would just return the question back to you.
For more content about food, fitness, and exploration, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Let's embark on an incredible journey of taste, strength, and discovery together. I'll see you in the next video. It's Gut Check time.